Okay, good evening, everybody. Dr. KD again here with you. I come with Fireside Chat number 10, which today we're going to be looking at communications best practices within organizations. That's an excerpt from my book, Big Dreams, Making It Happen for Organizations and Teams. We're going to go ahead and start. I will want to start by saying that this is Fireside Chat series number 10. We're working on communications best practices within organizations. As always, I'm Dr. KD Ewulu, executive coach and author of the leadership book, Big Dreams, Making It Happen for Organizations and Teams. Now, thanks for joining me for this 12 to 15-minute chat. And if you're not able to join us live, thanks for watching the replay of the presentation. So let's go ahead and begin. Today, we're going to go into a little more detail concerning communications best practices, training and management by entry levels, mid-levels, business owners, and C-suite members. Let's begin with interns and entry-level employees. When communicating as an entry-level or to an entry-level employee, formal, frequent, and participative communication styles should be employed. By formality, I mean written communications that can be used for reference and for tracking. Secondly, frequency of communication is necessary so entry-level employees can be adequately instructed as they undertake their phased tasks. Finally, participative communications are required so they can understand the whys of the tasks and the value the completed tasks will bring to the larger organization. Now, with respect to coaching interns and mature mid-career staff to higher productivity levels and higher efficiency levels, the extempore coaching process should be utilized. Now, this is an acronym for explain, demonstrate, and practice. An intern should be told what to do. They should be invited to perform the tasks alongside their bosses with the intent to step back and watch them perform the tasks alone. And then they should be given constructive feedback concerning their performance. Now, training, which is slightly different from coaching, involves instructing entry-level employees in the weaker elements of their skill sets, and is normally reserved for those who are deficient in one aspect or the other, and who have the willingness and aptitude to learn. Now, when initiating feedback to entry-level employees, care should be taken to correct them in private, praise them in public, because this is good leadership etiquette. We're going to go into deciding between managing by tasking versus managing by objectives. Entry-level employees should be managed by tasking instead of being managed by objectives. This means that the entire assignment should be broken down into small, easily manageable phases, and each phase should be separately assigned. This makes it easy for them to tackle one task at a time, have a short break in between tasks for supervisor reviews before undertaking the next small task. Their knowledge base, confidence, and trust is built when entry-level employees are managed by tasking. The practice of assigning calendar dates as due dates to each of the tasks is referred to as creating milestones. Now, one advantage of creating milestones is that we know when a task is due, and any day we do not engage ourselves in activities geared towards accomplishing the task, that time is wasted, that day is wasted. So in essence, milestones make entry-level employees accountable to established schedules. Finally, when delegating to entry-level employees, we should be mindful that they are not yet very proficient in the tasks assigned. And so we should pair them up with more knowledgeable team members who will indirectly mentor them while jointly executing the assigned tasks. Let's look at right now some oversight strategies for subject matter experts, mid-levels, and C-suite members. Now, with regard to mentoring, we must understand that the most important function of mentors is to inspire, to initiate, to innovate, to facilitate, support, and reward others through their words and actions. Your followers will then watch and imitate what you do as a mentor, and not only what you say as a mentor. Now, subject matter experts or SMEs or team members can have mentoring applied to them, or they can be assigned as mentors. The choice is dependent on their levels of expertise. Mid-level officers can also be beneficial as mentors, with an emphasis on hands-on mentoring, which is another name for coaching. C-suite members are business owners and leaders who most times do not require mentoring, but they find themselves as mentors to almost everyone they interact with. So to successfully mentor others, they should embrace best practices. Successful mentees must have good listening skills and learning spirits. Now, subject matter experts, I'll be using the acronym SMEs, should communicate participatively, mainly because they are being observed by less knowledgeable or less experienced team members. They should explain the why in their decisions and ask for the perspectives of those they are inadvertently mentoring, indirectly mentoring. Mid-levels often embrace delegative styles of communications because they drive the execution of tasks, and they need to be detailed with their expectations of final outcomes. They should also engage in formal communications, as this provides a guiding paper trail for their team members. C-suite members and business owners should leverage formal communications, as they are often far removed from the execution phase and do need, as with mid-levels, a paper trail documenting their expectations to team members while not being perceived as micromanagers. So in essence, formal communications, when properly used, can reduce micromanagement. My final word on communications: you want to prepare a communications management plan that details who is told what, how frequently the information is sent, and maybe what platforms to use in sending required information. And be prepared to communicate as frequently as possible. It is better to over-communicate than to under-communicate. Now, as I explained previously, coaching leverages the ex-tempore process, where mid-levels and SMEs explain what has to be done, demonstrate it to team members, invite them to perform the tasks together, step back and observe them as they practice, and then give them constructive feedback. Coaching is reserved for team members who are moderately expert and moderately enthusiastic in their tasks. Coaching is hands-on and mostly performed by managers utilizing existing processes and procedures, while mentoring is observational and is mostly performed by leaders utilizing inspiration and walking the talk. Now, coming to training, this is often reserved for team members that are deficient in their tasks and that have the correct attitude towards learning. It should be administered by mid-levels, SMEs sometimes, and external consultants. C-suite leaders might be too far removed to be in the training grind, and top-level managers will be expending too much valuable time that should be spent missioning and strategizing execution options if they went hands-on mode. Now, regarding feedback, subject matter experts, mid-level management, and organizational leaders should give their opinions on performance to their mentees, team members, and subordinates in a respectful manner. Regardless of whether the feedback is positive, which is praise, or negative, which is correction or criticism-based, it should be delivered professionally, with the emphasis on what was performed and not the behavior or emotions exhibited during execution. Now, on the flip side, SMEs, mid-levels, and C-suite members should encourage feedback from their subordinates. They should possess a humble mindset to receive positive feedback graciously and negative feedback gracefully, and then be willing to tweak those identified areas of deficiency. Simply speaking, the leader and the led are mutually accountable to each other and must visualize feedback as a constructive process that can build cohesion and improve organizational productivity. Let's look again at the concept of objectives, management by objectives versus tasking with regard to team members. They're often in a quandary concerning which method to manage their subordinates with, by objectives or by tasking. Now, a rule of thumb is that management by objectives is appropriate for knowledgeable team members who can perform their assignments with very little supervision. We as leaders will tell them what to do and then get out of the way and let them get it done. According to former US President Ronald Reagan, he says, surround yourself with the best people you can find. Delegate authority and don't interfere as long as the policy you decided upon is being carried out. Another rule of thumb is that management by tasking is appropriate for team members lacking the requisite knowledge and skill to go it alone. Leaders are encouraged to break up the objective into small chunks and use each chunk of work as a phase gate where assessments and corrections are made before moving on to the next chunk of work. Now, leaders have to be discerning about the current skills and development levels of their followers and their progress towards expertise in their fields in order to successfully operationalize this style of leadership. This is called situational leadership. Now, over the last 10 to 15 minutes, we have reviewed best practices for entry levels, mid-levels, C-suite members, and business owners to communicate, coach, train, and oversee each other during goal implementation. However, my friends, I'm sorry to say that my time is up, okay? We're going to pick this up from here when you join me in 2 weeks' time on this same platform as we continue our review of my leadership book, Big Dreams, Making It Happen for Organizations and Teams. In our next broadcast on Monday, June 10th, 2024, titled, Getting the Best from Your Difficult Employees, we will learn about existing categories of difficult employees and some strategies for maximizing their outcomes. This one will be good. Please don't miss it. Okay? All right. What you see on your screen now is the QR code for the book. Okay? I want you to get prepared for broadcast number 11 by grabbing a copy of my book. Okay? And the QR code on the screen or on the background to the left of the screen that you're watching. It's going to take you to the links below. The first link there is the paperback link. I think the book is $15. And the next one there is a link to the ebook, which is about $10. All right? And that is the main QR code there, right there for you, in case you just want to pause the video, take a picture of that, okay, and grab a copy for yourself. Now, if you want to talk with me, discuss with me concerning a few of our initiatives, you're going to see my online calendar there. It says calendly.com/KDE leadership/30 minutes. In 30 minutes, a free meeting, okay, we can have discussions as to how my team can help you achieve your goals. Now, there are two main things that we offer going forward. One is called the CTP initiative, and those are the details there. The link there is our corporate training program that focuses on turning around corporate problems, okay, within your organization. And the other one is personalized, is a turnaround program, okay, but it is focused on the individual. That's our annual coaching subscription information. Again, that is the link right there on the screen. All right? Okay. Having said that, you can also connect with me on LinkedIn to receive notifications about these fireside chats. We have about 5 more of them scheduled every other Monday until sometime in July 2024. I want you to have a focused, successful, and satisfying 2 weeks. And I'm going to be seeing you again at our 11th broadcast on Monday, June 10th, 2024 at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. This is Dr. KD Ewulu. As always, I'm rooting for you as you communicate effectively, oversee others optimally, and coach your team to higher levels of performance. Cheers, and take care of yourself. Bye for now.